who still, after all these years, can't figure out how to use the condom. Please bring up a warm hand for Tommy J. Warren.
I know how to use them, it's just every time I put one on, my dick swells. So, for those of you that don't know, I have 7 kids. That's an actual fact, that's a true fact. And I wouldn't change them for anything. So I just gotta start my timer. But having 7 kids, you guys know I have absolutely no pull-out game. I like telling people I have 7 kids because I really enjoy playing in the box they come in. Which is very true. But my retirement plans are at least one of my kids being successful. Having 7 kids, I got a bit of an advantage. But having 7 kids, every time we go out, there's a possibility of an accidental child kidnapping. Not with my kids. When we all go out, my kids like to line up behind their mom and follow her around the store. One day we were at the Walmart over on 4th, and my wife stopped to buy something we didn't need with money we didn't have. And she's, okay, off to the next thing. So a bunch of kids are there. I'm like, hey, you go, you go, you go, you go, you go. You go, you go, you go. I have that many. And then I stopped and I was like, there's one too many heads here. Like, whoa. And I look and that one's not mine. My wife was like, can we keep it? No. I turn around, the mother is about 50 feet behind me, pissing herself laughing. She goes to me and she goes, you're going to want to return that one. I was like, I got 7. I want to return all these ones. So you couple that with the fact that after 7, I decided I'm out of the gene pool. I went and had a vasectomy. Let's give it up for vasectomies. So I didn't plan well after the vasectomy because about 8 weeks after your vasectomy, you got to take a sample in to make sure there's no more swimmers in the pool. They want the sample within 15 minutes. I live 25 minutes from the lab. Okay, so I got a couple options here. Do it at home, drive like crazy to get there, but with my luck, I'd get into an accident, rear-end a school bus. The irony there, that's irony. Or, the other option, they got a big parking lot, like very big parking lot. I just go to the back corner, do the deed, knock one off, take a sample in. What no one told me was on the other side of that fence was a school. So if anybody here is under the age of 16, please stay 150 feet away from me, and I can still be here. So, yeah. So having kids kind of mess you up. But I mean, as you guys can tell, I'm already fucked up in the head. You guys know that. I got 7 kids. What's more fucked up than that? So, growing up, I begged my parents to get me tested because I knew something was wrong with me. They did nothing until my school put me in the special class. You know, the art class? They put me in that class. But there was no improvement. So they were like, something's wrong, we gotta get this kid tested. So they tested me, and it turns out I was just bored. Like, my IQ's just above 140. And I'm still not the smartest one here. Look at you guys are beautiful. Give it up for you guys, man. You guys are fucking gorgeous. 2 claps. So those are the people that are vain. So they took me out of the art class and put me in the art class. I wanted to go back to the other class because at least they lick windows and their activities are a lot funner. So with that, that's how I found out I had OCD. So I was hoping as I grew up, I would outgrow it. And I did. I know you guys can't tell it because I have my jacket on, but I went from having OCD to obesity. Right? That's what my wife gets to see every night. My wife spends hundreds of dollars at making herself look all pretty, buying beautiful lingerie, and then there's me at the end of the bed. And she still will. So we know she's not right. But being this big, I have gone on a weight loss journey. You guys are looking at the only guy to ever get kicked out of every Weight Watchers in Canada.
Why?
I'm about to tell you, sir. You jumped the gun there. So you're the one that was premature earlier. I get it now. So, yes. So, yeah, I've been kicked out of every Weight Watchers. Has anybody ever seen a Weight Watchers gym? No, you won't see them. Because they're behind the Dairy Queen, behind the Mrs. Fields cookie. Like, you won't see them. So I was at the one the other day, and I hate it because I'm taking my weight loss serious. But they don't want to take me serious, so they always start me at the back of the room. Like, I'm way back here. Can you guys see me back here? No. Well, you guys can, but they can't. Well, it's the same way at Weight Watchers. I can't see the instructor. It's wall-to-wall spandex. We're talking large people. I've seen reverse camel toe. I need therapy. It's not my fault. The 4 times I came was a complete accident. But that's not why I got kicked out. I got tired of not being able to see the instructor, so I stuffed my buckets with M&Ms. When the class started, they stuck me in the back. I took the M&Ms out and I threw them on the ground. That was the most wildest, radical fucking game of Hungry Hungry Hippo you will ever see. Because we went from the 2nd floor to the basement real quick. Apparently that much tonnage coming down on the floor, the beams can't hold it. And I thought it was just me making the floorboards creak. But no, I wanted to prove to my kids that I was healthy and I was still fit. When I was in my late teens and 20s, I was a boxer. So, and I was a weightlifter, bodybuilder. Can you tell? So I joined the Round the Bay Road Race. Anybody here familiar with the Round the Bay Road Race? Yeah, in Hamilton. They've got the 2 kilometer, the 5 kilometer, you're gonna fucking die kilometer. That's the one I joined. But I will tell you, I set a record for my weight, my age, I just turned 50, and my health issues. They've never seen anybody drop out that fast. I run like the winded. So, too bad the show's a little earlier. Too bad the show wasn't a little earlier. Because with summer coming to a close last weekend, we were up at my wife's aunt's farm, and we were all outside. And I said, "Kids, look at all the clouds. Like, do you see anything?" My youngest son goes, "I can see a soccer ball." Real original, a round cloud. Good for you. My one daughter said, "I can see a teddy bear." I was like, "Do you ever think they look down at us and go, there's a cunt?" I'm sure they can see many bitches. Where's Richard? There he is. So. But it's not my fault I'm fat and messed up. It's because it's my favorite sandwich. Like, I know these guys here, this stuff's amazing. Sir, Mr. Premature, what's your favorite sandwich? Can't say I've ever tried that one. All right. People will say, like, sir, what's your favorite sandwich? A BLT, right? A club sandwich and all that. You get this body when ice cream's your favorite sandwich. I bought 2 boxes last week. They were gone the next day. I tried to blame the kids. That's what my wife reminded me. They haven't been home in a week. Well, fuck. So. But I also want to share something with you guys. For those that seen me last time I was here, I don't know if you guys knew it at the time, but I was battling my 3rd case of having cancer. I know, what a room killer, right? We were all laughing until the fat guy got serious. But on the first Wednesday of the month, I got a call from my doctor just a few weeks ago, just before my 50th birthday. He said I'm officially in remission. Thank you. So that's 3 times cancer tried to, thank you very much, sir. That's 3 times cancer tried to take me. And it said, and my body said, fuck you all 3 times. And I'm proud of that. So the reason why I got the chair out is because I'm going to make you all sick. Because I'm going to tell you guys about my yearly physical. So when I go in for my yearly physical, which I have to do every year, it's an advanced physical. I know I'm getting naked, I'm getting poked, I'm getting prodded, and there's a good possibility I'm going to come. So my doctor's office, I get in there, the nurse, takes my weight, takes all this shit, and then she's like, you know the drill, get naked. At this point, I'm already half naked. She walks out the room. I know what I got to do. I got to sit down at the table. Anybody's here, wife, ever tell you guys that those fucking stirrups lock? This is the part where I'm going to tell you guys to picture it. Some of you more so than others. Some please don't, because we don't have health insurance. So I'm sitting on the table. Y'all guys can see me? Okay. So I'm on the table. Okay. That's better. We'll try that. Okay. So I'm on the table. Sitting there. I'm like, okay. Stirrups are there. I'm bored. So I put my foot in the one stirrup. I'm going to have to stand up and not be able to sit down. Fuck, I was hoping to get a rest. So, I got my foot in the stirrup. I go to lift my other foot up, and it, like this leg, fucking shoots out. I go to lean forward and unlock it. This leg fucking shoots out the other way. Picture a 300-pound fat, hairy man. Panic has set in at this fucking time. I have clenched my ass cheeks so hard, I still have paper up there. I'm freaking out, and that's when my doctor walks in, when my legs are spread a lot freaking wider than they should be able to. I am not a gymnastic person thing. When I tumble, things break, namely the floor or the wall. So when you walk into my doctor's office, you open the door. So here's the door. You walk in, and ma'am, right about where you are is where my junk is. Hanging straight out of my doctor. I'm spread fucking eagle. And I'm stuck. All I have to do is lift my leg and I can take him out of the stirrup. But I've clenched so hard, I am so scared, I don't know what to do. So my doctor, knowing I'm a comedian and him being a freaking dick himself, goes and washes his hands. Walks over to me and goes, Tom, we're going to start by checking for a hernia. He just washed his hands in the freaking coldest water! What happens, ladies and gentlemen, when men get around cold things? You don't have to worry about it, but some of us do, right? Things shrink. So when all that going on, things are going kittywampus like I got no control right now. All I can let out is a... He looked up at me, I looked down at him, and he's still hanging on. That's all I could get out. We locked eyes. Have you ever involuntarily winked at someone? I did. And I'm telling you guys, it wasn't a little, no. But I was smiling and went. So the only thing I can do is what comes natural when I'm naked and someone's hanging onto my junk. Put my hand on his head. He still hung on. To me, this feels like hours. I'm sure it was just seconds. And then I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And ladies and gentlemen, I made it worse. I rubbed my fingers through his hair. Yes. That's when he looked at me and went, what the fuck? I said, at least let go. So right now, I don't know how to tell my wife, who's here tonight, that me and my doctor are now dating. And the worst part is next week I go for this year's physical. I'm expecting at least a hamburger or something because, you know. That's what he said to me. So at that point I was completely fucked, and I was like, we're dating now. I gave him a kiss on the cheek and I left. I forgot my clothes. A school's beside my doctor's office. That's twice. Ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you guys are having a great time. Are you guys having a great time? I absolutely love to hear that. I know I've gone over my time. I am sorry. Let's bring Miguel Mori back. Thank you very much, sir.
Let's keep it going for Tommy.